So how do you stay on top of managing all of your clients? I feel lost in the shuffle with my current LO. That's a funny, that's a funny question. Because we in this business, like mortgage people, are not typically known as being like the most organized. Like there's like a stereotype with certain professions, like we're a bunch of ADD salespeople. And honestly, like it's a two part answer. I've had to work on it a lot, honestly, to create a system that allows me to, basically touch every file that I have once a day and look at it. I have systems that will help remind me. And the other part of it is, I'm sick and I'm really obsessed with what I do. It's this is a funny question because I always like to joke like this business is really difficult. A lot of people, burn out, and there's a lot of moving pieces and a lot of stuff kind of firing at all times, and you really have to have something wrong with you, I think, to perform at a high level in it. And I definitely, whatever that is that you're supposed to have wrong, I definitely have it wrong with me. But honestly, like I obsess about this stuff, and I think I'd probably get a little bit too emotionally invested in people's transactions. So I look at basically everybody. If I have 10 files, I have a solid 2 or 3 hours every morning where the first thing that I'm doing every single day is just sort of like looking and seeing like what has come back, what are we still missing. I make checklists, and that's the way that I start every single day, is with a file review of the entire pipeline, not just for me, but for every loan officer that works for my company. I'm going through and basically looking at everything that we've got going on as a whole, where everything's at. And that's just kind of how I start my day, just to make sure that I'm on top of it. And I just go down the list and see like, okay, file number one, we need this, this, and this, and that's how I spend most of my days. And that's the reason that, anybody who has tried to call me, like in the morning time, most of the time, if a customer calls me at 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm not picking up their phone call right away. I'm calling them back once the file review is done. Because I was taught, by somebody who is much smarter or was much smarter than me, that time blocking is super important. So I try to have all my meetings during one period of time. I do my file reviews during one period of time. And then when I'm taking, sales calls or consultations, I do only that. So that's basically how I do it, is very, very strict organizational disciplines, and time blocking allows me to stay on top of a busy schedule.